This dude K Showtime staging from the jump. At least get your shit going, bro.
You know what sucks that you can't make certain basketball videos anymore because an individual want to pay people to make videos? Like,
you out there with your friends, little boy, come to America. That little bullshit you be on won't work out here, my boy. That's why you haven't come out here.
I didn't even know it was possible to do that stuff, but and I'm not gonna go back and forth with that internet troller.
Pull up to the States. Come out here and stop hiding.
Comparison. Usually I would define what comparison means. If you don't know what it means, you shouldn't be watching this video. And instead, you should be in a kindergarten classroom somewhere. Go get your education before worrying about street ball. Comparison is a construct that's prevalent in every type of sport. Fans love to compare new players to older players. And whenever someone new breaks onto the basketball scene, comparing is the first thing that they do. Literally, all a high school player has to do nowadays is dunk the ball, and somehow Ball is Life will make a video talking about how he's baby Westbrook. Another example of this is Lonzo Ball while he was in college. Lonzo made a couple deep threes in March Madness, and guess who people were comparing him to? Drum roll please. Freaking Steph Curry. They called Lonzo Ball a 6'6" point guard whose shooting form looked like this, Stephen Curry with a 40-inch vertical. Seriously, you can't make this up. So fans love to compare old players to new players, and this comparison is even starting to happen in street ball basketball, with Nick Briz being the old and K Showtime being the new. Although they are completely different people who come from completely different countries, K Showtime being from Canada and Nick Briz being from Florida. Yes, I just called Florida its own country. Have you seen the headlines? Look up Florida man in Google, followed by any date on the calendar. You'll just see a wild title like this. It's seriously its own country. But back to the video. But even though they both come from different countries, K Showtime and Nick Briz both have a similar style of videos. As well as being both famous street ball players, both of them get into fights pretty much every single game that they play. Just look at these clips so you can see the similarities between them.
Stop! Give me that! Stop! Give me that! I truthfully would take my chances in a fade with this guy. Didn't you just lose? Oh yeah, you're the one that lost on the money, aren't you? Yeah, walk out the building, little boy.
Don't got me tight. Don't got me tight. Don't got me tight. Oh! What are you gonna do? Listen, I'm in your end. What are you gonna do?
So yeah, as you can see, K Showtime and Nick Briz have a noticeably similar content style. Neither of them, I believe, mean to be so similar, but this just ended up happening. However, Nick Briz started getting famous on YouTube far before K Showtime did. So from the fans' perspective, a lot of people claim to say that K Showtime was copying Nick's wave. One of these people who felt this way was Nick Briz himself, and Nick made these feelings very vocal.
We came up organic as this dude K Showtime staging from the jump. And you're an actor as well.
However, although Nick Briz started before K Showtime, in the past month, their careers have gone in completely opposite directions. In the past 30 days, Nick Briz's entire team has fallen apart. He lost over 20,000 subscribers, and he's been plastered as a dangerous, horrible person all across the internet. In comparison, K Showtime got co-signed by Drake, has been partying with rappers in clubs, probably ran through all of the Instagram models in Toronto, and gained almost 100,000 subscribers. He's also being plastered everywhere as the next big thing in street ball. He's being said to have the potential to take street ball to a level it's never reached before. So, even though K Showtime blew up after Nick, he's on the complete opposite trajectory that Nick's in. And with these opposite trajectories, mixed with all the fan comparisons the two have had, mixed again with Nick's ability to consistently fire off on people, it was only a matter of time before these two began to beef. And just yesterday, they clashed in front of hundreds of thousands of people, and this is how it all went down. This is the story of Nick Briz versus K Showtime. Comparison turned to chaos. But before we get into it, run that intro.
Put it on my soul, don't want no endouts, I'll do it on my own. Show it as a team, skipping class like they songs. I get down to my last, then I'm running in your own minds, blowing up my phone, trying to see where I'm at.
Alright y'all, so before we get into this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and turn on post notifications. We're extremely close to 20,000 subscribers right now. I really think that we can hit it soon. Also, be sure to follow my Instagram @DocUpYT. Over there you can see the behind the scenes to all these videos. You can also interact with me and help suggest new videos you want to see on this channel. We're really building another community over there, so be sure to check it out if you want to be a part of it. And let me run my disclaimer real quick so I don't get my head chopped off in the comment section. Everything I state in this video is from YouTube videos and articles that I gathered online. Do not take what I state in this video as law. I am literally just a dude, so obviously it would be impossible for me to know everything that goes on behind the scenes. I just try my absolute best to put all the pieces together based on what's pushed out to the public. And without further ado, let's get into this video. As usual, I'm going to start by introducing the main people involved in this beef. First, being Nick Briz. Nick Briz is a YouTuber with over 600,000 subscribers. He's also the leader of the streetball team, the Savage Squad. This year, he got famous for creating a reality show-like experience through his streetball videos, in which every member of his team got into fights every game. He also got famous for coming after everyone in the streetball industry at any given moment. However, recently, Nick was accused of faking his videos and not paying his teammates fairly by his teammate Chris White. And after these accusations were made, he later admitted to faking some of these videos himself. These accusations caused his team to completely fall apart, with Chris leaving the Savage Squad entirely. Chris has since made his own team, and Nick and Chris have been beefing ever since. Look out for a part 3 on this beef, it's gonna be fire. Nick really started the trash talking wave on YouTube basketball that you see today, and through these videos, he developed a diehard fanbase. At one point, Nick was averaging 1 million views a video with this fighting content style. Nick made this style so iconic that fans started associating trash talking and fighting in streetball with Nick Briz, and anyone who made videos with this style was immediately compared to him. One of these people who was compared to him was Showtime. He is the next person I'm going to be introducing. Showtime is a YouTuber with over 190,000 subscribers. He's also the leader of the streetball team, the Trouble Team. He's recently gotten famous for being the first streetball player out of Canada to make it big on the YouTube scene. He's known for being a very raw basketball player and for trying to get into fights with everyone he plays against while somehow keeping his Canadian accent. He's absolutely blown up in the last couple of months. He's been getting co-signed by everybody who's anybody in the entertainment industry. That includes Drake, Nav, and even other YouTubers like Cash Nasty. Given that he's only 19 and can already bring the entire city out for his games, a lot of people believe that Showtime has the most potential out of every streetballer on YouTube. In comparison to Nick, who admitted to faking content, Showtime claims that everything you see in his videos is completely real. And he's very serious about making that be known.
And if you know me personally, you know I was always a trash talker playing basketball. Like, it's really that simple. That's just what I do. If you think my videos are fake, Kyle Bottle will tell you the real. He knows how it gets down over here, man.
Ever since he got popping on YouTube, fans have been comparing him to Nick Briz, and no matter what he does, he can't seem to break that narrative. And this constant comparison has caused a lot of conflict between Nick and Showtime, which you're going to see in the rest of this video. This whole storyline is pretty tricky, but it's very entertaining. So grab some friends, get some popcorn, and let's get into it. It all started August 17th, 2021. Showtime, who's probably at 50,000 subscribers or so at this point, gets done chewing somebody's head off while dropping 40 points on a basketball court in Canada. After he wins the game, he showcases the crowd that he brought out to the camera. He then calls out Nick Briz and says, quote unquote, "Let's work."
Another W in the books. Look at the crowd, man. I do this. We do this. We do this. Daddy. We did this. We brought all these people out here repping Toronto. Look, all these creators, Nick Briz, let's work. Let's work.
He probably expects Nick Briz to respond, so he grabs a random Canadian flag, I imagine, and proceeds to wait for a response. Nick, however, doesn't say anything in response at all, like anything at all. I tried my hardest to find his response, but there was just nothing. At least publicly, Nick just didn't respond. He was probably too busy telling somebody that he's their dad somewhere to notice. However, while Nick was not responding, Showtime's video completely starts blowing up, getting over 100,000 views overnight. When his video blows up, fans are quick to compare Showtime's content to Nick Briz. I'm not gonna lie, I low-key may have had some part in this, given that my 4th video on this channel was literally a documentary saying that Showtime was the next Nick Briz, and the video did really well. My bad for anything I caused. I had like 30 subscribers at the time. I didn't think anyone was gonna see the video, but whatever. Can't change the past. So fans everywhere are comparing Showtime to Nick Briz, and Showtime's comments are getting absolutely flooded with these accusations. Now, fast forward like a month to September 12th, 2021. Your Rage, a YouTuber with over 1 million subscribers, reacts to one of Showtime's videos. He states that he wants to see Showtime play Nick's team because he thinks it will be the most toxic streetball game of the century.
I ain't gonna lie, purely based on the toxicity, I just wanted to get negative. I need these niggas to pull up on Nick. I need these niggas to pull up in Broward, slide to Broward, come here, pull up on Nick. I just want to see it get negative. That is the only reason why you want to see it for real. I want to see it get negative, where?
If you know anything about Your Rage's fan base, you know that his fan base takes everything he says as law. For example, you know how your parents used to tell you the phrase, if If your friends jumped off a bridge, you wouldn't jump off with them in order to prevent you from being influenced from your friends' decisions? Well, if your rage told his fan base to jump off a bridge, his fan base is so diehard that I can almost guarantee that they would do a synchronized double backflip somersault 360 straight into the water without thinking twice. So, once your rage says he wants to see this game, his fans immediately start hyping it up. They start spamming both Showtime and Nick's Instagrams trying to instigate. However, both Showtime and Nick don't respond at all. Just complete silence. They choose not to say anything to each other for a couple weeks, but the fans are still fiending for this game to happen. And the fans are not letting up in their Instagram comments at all. Neither Nick or Showtime can escape these comparisons to each other. October 26th, 2021. A fan spams Nick on his Instagram story telling him to play Showtime. Nick responds saying that Showtime needs to leave Canada and come to the United States in order for him to play him. His reasoning is because ain't nobody trying to get that vaccine. Once again, Showtime doesn't respond to this at all. At least I couldn't find anything. The week of September 21st through September 28th. 2021. Okay, so literally everything that could possibly go wrong for a person goes wrong for Nick Briz this week. Chris exposes everything bad that Nick was doing behind the scenes, and the entire streetball industry gives up on him. Nick loses countless friends, his team the Savage Squad falls apart, people are accusing him of snorting white stuff, Uber drivers are saying he's racist, his girl left him, he failed a test, and while he was getting up to walk to the refrigerator, he stubbed his toe on the edge of his bed. Okay, those last three things were jokes, but you get the point. Man's had a horrible week. In comparison, literally everything that could possibly go right for a person goes right for Showtime. He has a video go absolutely viral in which he completely destroyed another street baller named Cam Wilder, getting over 600,000 views, which is currently the biggest video on his channel to date. Drake, the most famous rapper on the planet right now, who also happens to be from Canada, officially co-signs him. Drake takes Showtime to a Toronto Raptors game, brings him courtside, and then shouts him out on Instagram, only blowing him up even more. Showtime starts partying with famous rappers in clubs he's probably not even old enough to legally get into. He wins the lottery, he doesn't stub his toe anywhere, and he smashes Rihanna. Okay, those last three things were jokes, but you get the point. Man's had an amazing week. Now back to Nick's side. At the aftermath of all this drama, Nick admitted that he was faking some of his videos. The community absolutely ostracized Nick after this, and because Nick's content was now seen as fake, people started accusing everyone in the community of faking their content. One of these people who was being accused of faking their content was Showtime. And along with Showtime getting mad himself, the rest of the Trouble team did not like this at all. September 29th, 2021. Showtime, his Trouble Team teammate Frosty, and Cam Wilder, the dude who got absolutely destroyed in the video I talked about earlier that got 600,000 views, go on Instagram live together after the game. People everywhere were saying that this game was fake, and Frosty, who's known as the enforcer of the Trouble Team, claims that people are saying that their videos are fake because Nick got exposed for faking his videos. He claims that Trouble Team would never pay someone to fake something, and that if someone were to get paid, it'd be over for them.
There were hella people saying the shit was fake.
Yeah, they're saying our shit is fake and shit just because of what Nick Briz does. What? You tell him come here and you'll be an example. Fake nothing down here because what? If we find out that he's paying someone, whoever got paid, it's over for them. It's over for them. We're gonna have to get on their ass.
While Frosty is saying all this, Showtime doesn't say a single word, and instead, he just twirls the pen in circles for no reason at all, while his enforcer does all the talking. People continue to tell Showtime that his videos are fake, and Nick is too busy beefing with Chris and the rest of the world, to be honest, to even notice that this is going on. November 1st, 2021. After defending himself against the entire world, Nick realizes that he forgot to respond to the whole Showtime situation. He finds out that Showtime sent his Trouble Team enforcer after him. So, in order to match that energy, Nick proceeds to try to send his Savage Squad enforcer, Chris, after Showtime right back. So he calls Chris up and asks him if he can scream at Showtime real quick. But, after he calls Chris up, Chris reminds him that he's not even on the team anymore, and that they're literally beefing. Chris then hangs up the phone in Nick's face, and then he proceeds to eat some raw meat that he prepared for dinner. So, after being hung up on, Nick is scrambling to find someone to send after Showtime. He scans his remaining teammates. He looks at Carlos. Nah, too wild. He probably just challenge him to a 1v1, call him his son, airball shot, and then lose. He scans Chauncey. Nah, too money hungry. He probably just tells Showtime to bet his life savings on the game, and then if he wins, he gotta file taxes for it, and who really got time for that? So, after scanning for a little bit, he decides to settle for Iman. He calls Iman up and tells him to go say some reckless, ignorant stuff to Showtime. Iman says, okay, sure, and then sprints into his car. He then hops on Instagram Live to retaliate to Showtime. But while he's on Instagram Live, he can't think of anything to say. So instead, he whips out a blunt, puts his hoodie on, and just sits there without saying a word for 30 minutes. Absolutely not one word of retaliation is said. After Iman fails to say anything, Nick shakes his head and realizes he has to take things into his own hands. So, he proceeds to hop on his Instagram story and say this. He takes shots at how Showtime came up on the YouTube scene and says some more things.
We came up organic as this dude Showtime staging from the jump. At least get your going, bro, then look into other things. We had to look into other things because was real dangerous. You out there with your friends, little boy. Come to America. Come to the States. That little bullshit you be on won't work out here, my boy. That's why you haven't come out here. Come out here and stop hiding. You got your friends out there. You know everybody out there. And y'all are putting an act on for the camera. You can't even get going, bro, without acting. You're an actor as well. You wanna come at me, so I'ma go back. Look, man, I'ma try to clean up the things that I've been on, you know what I'm saying? But if people wanna call me out, people wanna come at me, I'm not the one that's gonna put my tail in my f***ing legs and not say nothing back. Pull up to the States and let's get it.
So after making analogies that don't make any sense at all, put my tail in my legs? Like what? Nick in short says that K Showtime has been staging his content from the jump, is hiding behind his friends, and that he's scared to come to the United States. K Showtime responds to this on his Instagram story saying this.
You know what sucks that you can't make certain basketball videos anymore because an individual wanted to pay people to make videos? Like, I didn't even know it was possible to do that stuff, but if you think my videos are fake, hit up Cam Wilder, please. Cam Wilder will tell you the real. He knows how it gets done over here, man. And I don't have time for that. And if you know me personally, you know I was always a trash talker playing basketball. Like, it's really that simple. That's just what I do. You feel me? I don't have time for that. And I'm not gonna go back and forth with that internet troller. I don't care.
So in short, Showtime says that he's not faking his videos and that he's been a trash talker ever since before this YouTube stuff even was a thing. He states that Cam Wilder is living proof of this. And he states that he's not going back and forth with Nick. He then promotes his new video.
But new video out now, you gotta go show some love. On the road to 200K, I'm gonna keep doing my thing. Shout out to all the real supporters. Okay, Showtime, baby, let's go.
And this leads us to where we are now. Nick is still going through a horrible month, and he is currently posting apology videos to different people across the globe. Meanwhile, K Showtime is somewhere smashing IG miles of your favorite rapper. It's pretty wild to see how this is playing out, but I guess this is just what happens though, when comparison turns to chaos. I wonder if this beef will ever escalate into something bigger. And I also wonder who will have the bigger following a year from now. And who knows, maybe Savage Squad and the Trouble Team will cross paths one day, and it will be the most toxic collective of people the world has ever seen. I don't know, but nonetheless, I think it would be a great game. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you side with Nick Briz or K Showtime? Who do you think will be a bigger content creator a year from now? And who do you think will win in a 1v1? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video and like basketball content, make sure to hit that subscribe and like button. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers right now, and I drop a fire documentary every single week. The support on this channel has been absolutely amazing. I've only had this channel for 2 months. Also, be sure to follow my Instagram and suggest what other videos y'all want to see. This has been another episode of Doc Up. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. And without further ado, I'm out. Peace!
Hey, my mama blew $100,000 in the 80s. Went back broke by the time that she had a baby. Tried to teach me lessons on how to get money and save it, but I ain't listen. I had to show up in the latest 10th grade, getting every Jordan release like they was Payless. Now I'm grown, so it's foreign cars and diamonds to make them statements.